What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Tech Nugget, and today I'm going to do my 5-month checkup on this PC right here, the Lenovo Legion Tower 5. So yeah, I've already had this PC for like 5 months, which is crazy to me. I've learned things about this PC, some good, some bad, and today I'm going to show you them. At the end of the video, I'll be telling you if this is a good deal or not, and also, just to spice this PC up a little bit more, I definitely have some of these RGB fans and RGB strip. I have those tutorials linked in the description, and soon I will be putting in a better CPU cooler right there, and I'm going to put RGB RAM covers on those. So yep, big upgrades coming soon. So yeah, stay tuned and let's get into the video. Now, first of all, I want to start out with the cons, and these might seem like they outweigh the pros, but I assure you, these cons are a lot smaller things than all the pros. The pros definitely outweigh these heavily. So, first of all, I think we should start off with the noise. The noise levels, they get a little high at sometimes. This single fan 1660 Super, the 1660 Super shouldn't be a particularly hot card, but single fan designs are never really great, and the CPU fan is also pretty wimpy looking. To keep their good temperatures, these do produce good temperatures sometimes. They spin up really fast, and damn does that get annoying sometimes. It doesn't really, I think it's the CPU fan that's making the high-pitched humming noise. And second of all, the RAM, it comes at 2666 megahertz out of the box, and this is 2933 megahertz RAM, or 3000 megahertz, whatever you want to go with. So I'm pretty sure it can be clocked to 2933. I don't know much about this motherboard. It is a B460 motherboard, but there's not much else on it online than that. So yeah, it doesn't seem too bad, but yeah, 2666 megahertz definitely can be better. Other things is that this power supply is only 400 watts, and in a $900 build, I would have liked to have at least 550 watts, but 400 watts is definitely enough for the system. 1660 Super 10400F, so yep, 400 watts is fine. You can actually fit a 2060 in here if you wanted to with that power supply, but yeah, I'd just rather it be a little higher, at least 500 watts for a $900 build. And also, the I/O is a little bit limiting. There's only 2 USB ports up here, 1 headphone jack, and the power button. If you go around back, there's a USB port, there's a USB-C port, 4 USB ports, an Ethernet jack, and some audio connectors down there. And the graphics card it's not too bad, I guess. It's got DVI, HDMI, and DisplayPort. So you could have 3 monitors, but I'd just go with 2 because DisplayPort and HDMI port are the only ones that are really worth it at this point. Next up is the case. The case, I'm not gonna lie. Look at this. This case, it sucks. It sucks dick. I kind of want to replace the case, like just take all the parts from the system and just slap it in a new case. But that's definitely a video for the future if I actually do that. But first off is the fact that there's absolutely no room in the back for cable management. I don't know who thought of that, and I don't know how they squeezed that side panel on at the factory, because I cannot for the life of me get that back on. And I tried to cable manage, but there's no power supply basement, there's no room in the back, and there's no slot above the motherboard to route the CPU cable, so it's just on the top of the case. I don't know. I genuinely don't understand who designed this case. It's just, why? Why not put a power supply basement? Why not put a little top slot up there for the CPU cable? Why not give a little more room at the back? Lastly but not least is this software. It's really not the best, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it gets the job done, but I took off the front panel for this, and the front panel has that light right there stuck in the middle of it. So speaking of which, here is the front panel. That light right in there, it's supposed to go right there, but it's actually, I didn't know, but you can actually take it out. And I unplugged it, which it's plugged in right around there in the bottom of the motherboard. And after that, so I'd come to the Vantage software. The lighting it just wouldn't pop up. It was gone. And I was so confused as to where the hell it went. But I didn't think of plugging that thing back in. So trial and error, I put it in and I plugged it in, and lo and behold, it worked. So now that's just in there, and I can't really do much about it, because if I do, then I just kind of lose my RGB control, and that would suck, because RGB equals FPS, we all know that. So, yep, but that's actually it. That's all the cons I have found so far about this system, but let's just get into the stroking it off even more, aka the pros. But first, I benchmarked the 1660 Super in Furmark, so it kind of serves as a noise test and an actual test. So, yep, here's the scores. And, well, this has been going for about 20 minutes now, and as you can see, the temperatures, I'm pretty sure they have topped off at 78. I think it'll go to like 80 max if you let it go for like, I don't know, fucking hours. But yeah, it's decently quiet, it's a little noisy. Getting around like 100 FPS in Furmark. So, yep, I did the test earlier, got around 6K points. So, I'm not really that experienced with Furmark, so I'm pretty sure that's decent. Oh boy, here we go. First of all, this price to performance. Okay, we're in harsh times right now for PC gaming. It's never been a better time to get into it, but it's never been a worse time, because prices are through the fucking roof. If I were to take this graphics card and sell it, I could buy a whole nother one of these systems. That is crazy. And I'm actually kind of thinking of doing that. I want a different version of the 1660 Super, so I'm thinking of just selling this one, getting like an MSI Ventus version. So yeah, price to performance. 1660 Super i5-10400F, 16 gigabytes, 2 sticks of RAM, and a decent amount of storage. NVMe SSD, 1 terabyte hard drive. This thing is near unbeatable at the moment. It is insane how much you get for $900 with this system. Other systems like VRLatex, which I would like to remind you, have really, it's not their fault that they have to raise their prices. It's cryptocurrency miners and all that, but they've had to raise their prices. Not this thing. I think this actually used to be around $800 instead of $900, or maybe even $750. At the moment, for right now, you can't really beat this system in terms of price to performance. Second thing with this system is the case. As much as I just absolutely dunked all over it, or at least tried to, it's got some decent airflow actually. So recently I did an experiment where I took off the front panel, and I thought it'd make a big difference in thermals. I thought they'd go like from 70 degrees Celsius to, I don't know, 10 degrees Celsius and freeze the CPU and the system would die. But that didn't really happen actually. I don't even think there was much of a difference. It was also a noise test, and actually without the front panel on, it was about 3 decibels noisier, which I guess that makes sense. There's less plastic to obstruct it. It's more of a noise difference than a temperature difference. I'd rather have the front panel off because RGB fans, and it still is a little bit restricting. So yeah, this is just completely open. It's got great airflow. I just wish this GPU had a better cooler on it, but we can fix the CPU cooler. So yep, great airflow in this shit case. Oh, and also, did I mention that this thing has dual channel memory? That's right, but your iBuyPower CyberPower doesn't have that. But yeah, $900, you should get dual channel. It helps gaming performance a lot. I'm going to do a video on it where instead of having it in dual channel configuration, I'm going to do it with both sticks right next to each other, so it's single channel, but still the same amount, just to show you guys how much it actually kneecaps the performance. And with Intel CPUs, it doesn't make as bad of a difference than Ryzen CPUs, but it still makes a difference. So, yep, dual channel is definitely important. If you can only get 8 gigabytes of RAM in your system, then please just get 2 4-gig sticks. It sacrifices future upgradability a bit, but it doesn't matter. Whatever you do, dual channel. It also has a little included Wi-Fi card, which I'm not really too sure what it does, but I probably should. I think it just boosts speeds a little bit more. It's pretty easy to upgrade. Taking off the front panel was pretty straightforward. You just take off both side panels, and there's these little clips. There's 3 of them on each side. You just undo them, and it comes right off. You also have to take that thing out, but it's pretty self-explanatory when you see it. I think you just twist it and it just pops out. And you also gotta leave it in there or else you can't control your RGB. But yeah, 400 watt power supply, once again, it's not the best, but it's upgradable. I was able to put some fans and a better RGB strip in pretty easily. And the final two things are, once again, I'm gonna pull this up again, the power supply. As much as I already dunked on this, just like the case, I said that exact same thing with the case, it's actually not too bad. Once again, 400 watts, come on, 500 watts at least, but it is an FSP unit, and it is 80 plus gold certified, so it's going to be pretty efficient. I like it so far. It's not blown up on me yet, but in the 2-year checkup, about, yeah, like a year and a half from now, maybe it will while I'm filming the video. So, yep, I'm pretty satisfied with it so far. I'm not sure if I'm going to replace it just yet, but who knows. And finally, the stock lighting. So this computer comes with, obviously, that little bitch. One RGB fan in the back, which of course I switched. It's actually like this. It's got that little thing in the middle. I kind of like this one better, actually, because it has more fins and it has higher quality rainbow effect, in my opinion. And also has this one lighting strip in the top, and it's really bright, actually. So if we go to customize, and it's only on half brightness, and it's pretty damn bright, but the sad thing is it's only one color, so yeah, it's just white, and so is that, so yep, it's alright, it's pretty decent. Some computers for this price, they don't even come with lighting, and you can just turn it off if you want to, if you don't like that. Now it's dark. So yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.